It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen, and joining me tonight, the former national champion and National Player of the Year, it's Jay Williams.
Ed, stop it. You keep gassing me up. Actually, don't stop it. Keep fluffing me. I like it. Shouldn't we be talking about the matchup on the court tonight? Let's see what's going on.
Jay, you have to own it. These 10 players on the floor about to do so as well. Here's Booker on the drive, but his shot misses. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Beverly. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
To Leonard. And finishes strong.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
To Leonard. George, his first effort, off the mark. Booker to Mikal Bridges. Here comes the screen. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
Leonard. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Terrific vision. Layup goes down. Well done.
And that transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Paul George. Rubio into the front court. They trail by one. Booker cleans it up. Oubre to Rubio. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line. Devin Booker has got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. And he makes them both. To Paul George. Strong finisher, Paul George. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Booker to Mikal Bridges. Kawhi Leonard with a piece. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Number 11, Jamal Crawford.
Crawford, knocked loose. Clippers have got it. George. Paul George. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
From long range, even that shot was tough for Oubre. No good. To Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
To Beverly. George, the big man, Ayton with the rebound. To Crawford. Clippers have it. Leonard. George, guarded by Kelly Oubre. George, 4 out of 7.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Stepping in for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
Booker, tough matchup against George. Going to launch beyond the arc.
I got ball.
1 minute left in the first quarter.
Missed it. How'd that not go down?
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
George. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Knocked loose. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. So it stays with Phoenix. And the finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Leonard. 4-3. Cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
A pass stolen by Phoenix. Slams it down. Deep three at the buzzer. And a three-pointer at the buzzer for good measure. What a finish to the opening period. A great stretch here to start the game. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back to Southern California after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Beverly into the front court. The lead is 12. George to the basket, but it won't go.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
The monster stuff. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. DeAndre Ayton to Crawford. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Entering the game, number 40, Ivica Zubac.
George, it's good. coach wants to see more from his D.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. To Booker. Slam dunk.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Look out, Devin Booker. Now 4 for 9.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. LA Clippers with the basketball.
Oh! Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Leonard. Williams. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To George. Count the basket at the rim. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Leonard. A pass stolen by Phoenix. To Booker. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
No good. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish. Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Leonard. Beyond the arc for 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Ricky Rubio. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Leonard to Paul George. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Has a look.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip.
One minute remaining in the second quarter.
Clippers have the basketball.
I got ball. I got ball. Watch cut.
Paul George to Leonard. Trying to cash in. Shot for Leonard, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Rocking the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Beverly into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound belongs to Phoenix. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
First half in the books. The Clippers are out in front. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Beverly into the front court. It's a 9-point lead.
So many teams just try to beat you with their offense. Well, your offense can only take you so far. The one thing that's supposed to travel, whether you're home or away, is your defense. That's your staple.
Beverly into the front court. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. Rebound Oubre to Mikal Bridges. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Time to shuffle things up. It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly to Leonard. Fires the three, and Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Rubio to Crawford. Fires the three, and the rebound taken down by the Clippers. To George. Great look and vision. Lou Williams. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Here's Rubio up top. His guys trail by 10. Had a chance, but it's no good. George to Leonard. And the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Great pass to set it up. To Kelly Oubre. Has a chance. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
Williams hits it, and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
And body control is everything, especially on the defensive side of the floor. That was a great contest up top, but your body hit him on the way down. That's a foul every time.
You can count that one. 4-point play. Eight seconds. It's going the other way. George.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Hits the second. One more coming. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. To Mikal Bridges. Swings it. Can't can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Rick Beverly, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Kawhi Leonard picked up by Booker. For 3, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Paul George snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Williams across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Another chance to Williams. And finishes strong.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Here's Rubio into the front court. Trailing by 15. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Kawhi Leonard with a chance at a 4-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Crawford to Rubio. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Rubio matched up with Paul George. Short jumper off the mark. Oh, whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Louis Williams, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2. First foul in the final 2 minutes. 1 minute remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Got it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Lou Williams looking good. 4 for 5.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Crawford to Booker. Can't connect. Leonard. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Crawford to Booker. Has a look. Jumper's good.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. And look out.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
3 quarters down, and a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say They have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ball game, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Here comes the screen. Booker. Finish that. To Harkless. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up. Mo Harkless. A couple of free throws on the way. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw.
Soft and buttery. Soft and buttery.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. Harkless to Leonard. Another chance. Leonard add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
They'll get it down to Booker. Off the assist.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Lets it fly from long range. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Lou Williams. He's now 5 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Booker. That's going to be out of bounds. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 22 and number 25.
Devin Booker buries it on the catch and shoot.
The body language was so bad in the first half. After every missed shot, your head went down. Now, your head is to the sky, and I like the confidence.
And he finishes at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Crawford. Booker.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. Defense snuffed it out. Harkless off the mark. Mikal Bridges. Slam dunk. DeAndre Ayton. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Harkless, defended by the lefty Oubre. Probing the defense. Williams. From long range. He'll take that any day.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
No, I missed a short one there. They'll get it down to Green. Lays it up and in.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Going to launch beyond the arc and drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Booker, deep left corner. To Booker. 4-3. Not that time. He misses. To Harkless. It goes down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Beyond the arc for three. He took the bait, and he hits.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Booker here against Harkless. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Fires the three.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 2.
JaMychal Green is going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 76% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Second one's no good. One more coming.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard. And number 40, Ivica Zubac.
That's a 5-second violation. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Paul George.
Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he still
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
Cashes in for 2.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.